The Chronicles of the Jewish GBLT. How Jews Run It. Post by High Priest HoodedCobra666. Tuesday, November 22, 2022, 11:01 p.m. People prior had no definition and lived in peace, being no different than others in the past. This is how it began. No issues were present. Life found like, and life went on peacefully, no persecution. The modern GBLT is a reaction to the first infection of Jewish Christianity and Islam, a virus which the Jews promised to cure with the creation of the GBLT Jewish movement. GBLT is a Jewish movement which has tried to define everyone who is gay, bi, or lesbian. Now it expands, trying to contain more and more things and freaky things as time goes. People see this and they are disgusted. The history of the Jews attacking these people starts with the Bible. While there were no prior written or recognized attacks in the ancient past against gay, bi, or lesbian or natural-born hermaphrodite people, Jews start this with the Bible, aimed at Babylon, which was a very advanced civilization like the United States of today, attacking basically everything that had to do with the Babylonians, from wealth, family, sexuality, their gods, their culture, to their mere soul and existence. Somewhere along these attacks, they also attack the people who do sodomy. They also write other lies about them, that they did bestiality and other lies, which are only enemy slander and never happened. There, they claim that any like or thought towards the same gender or doing anything that is not sexually is something that will send you to hell, and an abomination that renders a human completely useless, and so on. Islam goes a step further to say these people need to be exterminated, for reasons the Jewish system claims are necessary. They just picked up people who were different in that regard and put a target on their head. After doing this, they told everyone they are the bringers of all evils, and so on. Then, as society came to become more advanced and understanding, people started to not believe in the Bible and disregard the above claims, seeing bi, lesbians and homosexuals with a glance of acceptance again. People sort of like how pagans did see them in the past, i.e., it left them be and people were able to live on. Clearly the above was not welcome to the Jews, who get an epileptic fit every time a civilization tries to balance itself out, and they therefore started pampering the minds of the newly freed homosexuals, lesbians and everyone else, telling them the promised land of the GBLT is when they collapse society, or that they are somehow oppressed in the first civilization time and era where they were literally fully accepted. They started telling people they need to go into extreme freak mode. The people involved too busy to think, because it sounded great to attention whore in a civilization which doesn't touch one hair out of your head to be any GBLT, decided the above was not enough and that they needed to start doing any atrocity the Jew recommended to them towards civilization. Jews told them that this had to be done because that would somehow guarantee their safety, and now it's backfiring in social friction and hate as time goes. Then they started including pedos, people who do bestiality, insane people, and any other freaky thing under the sun within this category. After making a thorough abomination of a movement, then they started to fund this to attack the civilization's core or values that have to do with mere survival. Then the Jews got the GBLT people and told them that the above is unacceptable and started brainwashing them to attack society at large with boastful promotion, attacks on children, Jewish dialectics that you must abduct children and GBLT, educate them, and many other socially aggressive practices that have to do with disrespect and imbalance. The GBLT, believing that the above was truly the case even if they were literally all free in the West, started taking the bait and becoming more and more isolated and aggressive towards the society of people and families. They even go as far now as to say kids need to be taken from parents, forcible gender transition, and other crazy things as time goes. This causes a reaction in the people in an attempt to find societal balance, causing wars and clashes. Further problems, like problems with the procreation rate, the existence of children, miscegenation, cultural collapse, are serious problems, and everyone is now forced to cater to the GBLT, which is used as a long hand of the Jew to add to the above problems, using likely unknowing innocent people such as gays, bis and lesbians for promotion. The above promotion happens by the Jews insofar it promotes race mixing, death of a nation, or just merely the drop in birth rates, or social confusion. If it does that, the Jews will fund it, but only to cause problems to a civilization. Similarly, they will bolster blacks financially, but only if this is Soros funding Black Lives Matter, with the very specific and sole aim of social unrest. If the conversation becomes about something serious, they will withdraw funding or destroy Black Lives Matter. Jews, after all, were the first and primary slave owners of the slave trade. But you will not hear any black person saying that from BLM or associated movements. Similarly, now Jews made the GBLT in order to safeguard the rights of the people they started slandering in the first place, i.e., gays, lesbians and homosexual people. All of these movements are purposefully created to create social unrest and chaos as much as possible. If it does not serve the above, the Jews quickly pull the Bible out of the shelf and repeat their own biblical rhetoric again. Jews bolster outside of Israel in order to cause societal confusion. The same Jews behind the GBLT in the West are the same Zionist Jews who would execute another of their own for being a homosexual. It is part of their dual-faced strategy. As this behavior escalates, Jews pull the Bible from the shelf where it was and will start saying again how the GBLT are abominations by pointing to the modern GBLT they have created with all the norms and insanity that goes with all of this. This is further used as grounds of justifying this over the cultural norms that define the GBLT movement. As people were tired of this, now many people are angry, and this anger keeps rising the more Jews push everyone to the limits and the extremes. Generally, both Magnus Hirschfeld and other pseudo-intellectuals of GBLT or feminism are total kikes, same as Islamic or Christian idiots who follow the Jewish lore, both equally duped to waste their time. Because this creates a situation of cultural war and not peace, both sides are rallied against one another now until the GBLT is destroyed. That is done because Jews want people to waste their time with bullshit, i.e., my 15,120 genders, or alternatively, let's prove the Bible wrong and try to be Islamic soldiers because my GBLT. Jews laugh as humanity has to swim in such crap that has been created from them from all sides. High Priest HoodedCobra666